I don't know. I find myself like if I eat too much in a single go, like that contributes to just me crashing.
Oh, really?
It didn't used to happen. Like I used to be able to just eat whatever I wanted, right? But like as I've been getting older, like if I eat too much, I'm like done for a couple of hours.
Well, I have no self-control, first of all. And it's like just the other day, like I'm in the drive-thru and I'm like, okay, I'll get the grilled chicken sandwich and whatever. And then I see, you know, chocolate brownie explosion ice cream
I can
cup.
Understand that, though. I can understand that.
Right? Oh. And I see that.
That's so much sugar.
And they're like, small, regular, or large. And I'm like, large. And then I get a large and then I just eat that thing before I eat my meal in the car, like on the way home.
I go to McDonald's and I'm like, oh, I'll get a meal over here, sure. And they're like, oh, what do you want to drink? I'm like, do I really want to drink soda? Oh, strawberry banana smoothie. So I get the largest strawberry banana smoothie. Yeah. And on the drive back, which is like 5 minutes, I finish the entire thing.
And you feel like death. You feel like death getting out of the car. Yeah. You make like a right turn, and your stomach like sloshes to the left. You know, it's just and you feel disgusting. And every time I do it, like I'm like, why did I fucking do this to myself?
In the moment, though.
It tastes delicious, and then you finish it, and you're like, fuck. I should have got a small. Should have got a tea or something, a water.
Oh my god. No, but like the drinking during the drives and commutes, like I totally feel that. Like you gotta fight, resist.
I feel like this is something I gotta do when I drive. Like I'm just gonna fall asleep if I don't chew gum or sing or, you know, do something while I'm driving.
I karaoke in my car when I.
Oh, me too. I'm always singing.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta get to Spotify, right? And then you gotta like put in the songs that you want to practice for the next karaoke, and then you just belt that out.
That's exactly right.
Because like if you don't, like you got like the soda right next to you, the smoothie right next to you, and you're just idly just like sipping away at it, and like it just adds up over the whole commute.
Yeah, but don't you get a little bit scared of like the people who stop next to you? Like some people are psychopaths and they don't listen to anything while they drive. They just listen to silence, no music, no podcast. National Tempus Radio, please listen. They don't listen to
that
anything,
happened once, right?
You can probably hear someone through the car like belting because it's so loud, right?
That happened once. I was like belting like Firework, I think, but Katy Perry's Firework. I was like singing that, right? And there was a section where there was like a car accident in the road, right? So like all the cars like came to a standstill, right? And like I was still kind of just vibing and like singing, right? I turned over to the side on my left, right? Because like I was in the middle lane, right? So there's like someone to my left, right? And we just lock eye contact. We just like lock eyes while they're like I'm there just like screaming this song out just in my own little bubble and like nothing's going on, right? So from their point of view, they see me, right? There's this guy just like, you know, stuck in traffic as well. My like eyes are like bulging out because I try to like belt this song. My mouth is like gaping open as I'm screaming and just like locking eyes with this other person who's just trying to get to work, you know? But like you just establish dominance, just belt that shit out, you know? If they're gonna peek on you, that's their problem, you know?
That's true.
Cringe but free is a good way to go by.
Yeah.
Cringe but free.
Oh, I do like that. I feel like I try to embody that all the time. Like, kill the part of you that cringes and embrace the part of you that is cringe.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're more free to do a lot more stuff.
I'm still practicing with that.
Yeah.
What kind of clique were you guys in high school? Like, were you guys jocks? Were you guys
the
nerds?
losers?
Oh.
I was in a weird kind of situation, I would say. Like, with the kids who used to just play basketball, but then, like, the kids, like, the baddies, we'll call them, let's just say, the people who, like, vandalize shit and, you know, who does the bad stuff, let's just say, okay? They used to like me a lot. I don't know why. They're like, hey, what up, Axel? Hey, and they used to just like talk to me all the time. I was like, "Hey, what up, bro?" This, that. But yeah, I was in a weird situation. No one like ever really disliked me in high school.
That's good.
I'm glad for it. Yeah, I'm glad for it. Like,
I feel like there's like lovable jocks, you know, that were really really smart too, but like lovable.
Oh no, I'm an idiot, yo.
That's full cap, man. I know you're smart, okay?
Bro, mate. Okay, up to like year 8. I was doing fine. I was like in the top class and stuff, and I peaked. I was like, yo, fuck this shit, man. I started playing basketball only. Yeah. And then ever since then, I never came back, bro. I've always been like that. But hey, I guess that's why I got into HOLOSTARS, though. Thank fuck I peaked back then. Woofed. Would have been a problem if I didn't peek.
How about you, Shinri? I'm kind of curious because I don't know what kind of person you would be in high school.
I was the group with the quiet kids that like really didn't do much.
Dude, my school had a 1 hour lunchtime where you could do like clubs, you can do activities, you can do homework, whatever you wanted during that 1 hour where you had lunch. And I was one of those kids in high school where like I did a lot of sports, right? I did varsity soccer, you know, track, football, tennis, all that kind of stuff. But I also took a lot of AP classes, advanced placement classes. So I was kind of part of both worlds, the nerds and the jocks. But I always never hid the fact that I loved video games. Like, I would always sit down in the hallways, at the stairwells, during lunchtime playing Pokemon. We would play Smash Bros. We would found the Smash Bros. Club in high school.
Nice.
Right.
That kind of stuff. I'm kind of glad I did that because I'm not afraid of showing who I am now, you know?
No, that's really good. Like, doing that early on. Like, you just feel proud of yourself and what you did. And you look back to it and you're like, glad I didn't, you know, like
the jocks couldn't really make fun of me because they also played Smash Bros. Right?
Yeah. No, surprisingly, like a lot of people and a lot of like time, and I think it's very like generalized that jocks don't do those kind of things, but they had moments being kids where they played games as well, most likely, right?
Dude, nowadays it's cool to be playing video games. Nowadays it's cool to be a nerd.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dude, I was in school at the wrong time, apparently, because that was like my group was like, you know, it was like the gamer section, either that or like
what kind of games, like Halo?
It was mainly Call of Duty back then. It was a bit, you know, and if you were good at Call of Duty, I was good. Like back then I was good.
What happened to you? I'm not joking.
Time, my friend. My reflexes are gone. I can't get a chopper gunner to save my goddamn life anymore. But
I feel that so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, if you were really good at it, like I was like in with like the senior kids and like the junior kids because I was good at Call of Duty. Which I still consider myself. That's like the loser. I'm a loser because that's not cool.
Okay, but think about it. In some Asian countries, when you're good at League of Legends, when you're like Platinum, Diamond, Masters, Challenger, you're the
that's cool. Well, that's cool now.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
No. Yeah, it's cool now, but like when I was growing up, like the whole idea, like is okay for games, right? Like League of Legends or like StarCraft 2, right? There used to be this huge boom of like people wanting to be professional gamers, right? But like that, like my high school experience was way before that. So like back then, if you played games, if you talked about anime, like they shunned you, they made fun of you, and they would like, you know, if you talked about like translations about animes and manga, they would immediately think, oh, you're like reading hentai, haha. Like that's what the knee-jerk reaction was at my high school. So like, we didn't really have that.
Well,
right.
Shinri, I'm just gonna say right now, man, you're in a very comfortable place to be. You have a lot of friends who won't judge you even if you read hentai. I'm not gonna judge you for that. Hey, everybody has their tastes.
Thank God. Thank you.
Wait, what do you mean, Beto?
Time
I'm just
to
saying thank you. That's
degeneracy.
You know, for being an understanding guy.
Well, here's the real question, right? Have you guys read hentai? And that's a real question.
We should probably not talk about that.
There was like a Blockbuster right near where I live, and the only reason why I figured out about these animes and stuff like Full Metal Alchemist and all these like other, some close to hentai I would even say, but
and we're back.
okay, really not really. Okay, it was just like one of those harem animes, but you know, as a kid watching those, you know, you'd think it's like one of those stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like so like my dad would like take me to Blockbusters and I would be like, I want to watch Full Metal Alchemist. And it's like, okay. And then on the side, he would just borrow a bunch of other animes, whatever they had at Blockbusters. I don't know why Blockbusters even had those, but just pick up those. And I would watch them as a kid. That was like the only time I actually used to watch anime was when we used to go to Blockbusters together. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I still remember he borrowed Starship Troopers and it was like, this is a really cool movie. And I watched it and it traumatized me, bro. That shit traumatized me forever.
Starship Troopers that's the movie where the aliens like they pierce the brain and then they suck the brains out, right?
Yeah, and they fight
it's
bugs.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't sleep at night, bro.
Dude,
like, these dudes went to space and got massacred by bugs.
My dad was watching that in his room when I was super, super young. And there was this one moment, this one scene where like a giant alien just stabs like one of the main characters or something.
Yeah, I think that's like
towards
towards the end. It's like, I think that was like the lord or whatever of the bugs. And like he does that to collect their information or something.
Yeah,
My dad told me
like,
about it.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I walked into his room. I was like, Dad, blah 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 blah. What are you watching? He's like, oh, check it out. And I just see a guy's brain being slurped out. I'm like, ah!
Yeah. It was like he was trying to protect the girl he was with or something. I remember that scene, bro. But then right after that, the bugs get captured immediately or something, and there's like a happy ending or whatever. But it was crazy. Yeah.
Still traumatizing as a kid.
Yeah, it is. As a kid, you know, like it's something weird
Dude.
to watch, but.
I was playing StarCraft by that like around the time when I watched it, so I thought that was the coolest stuff ever. I was like, oh, they turned it into a movie. It's humans fighting bugs. Like I thought that was super cool.
Aww.
Huh.
I've never personally played StarCraft, but I can understand the appeal.
StarCraft either. I'm too young for StarCraft. Maybe I'm just like
Young for StarCraft. Oh,
maybe.
When's the StarCraft stream, Shinry?
bones. Nah, I think it's done.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
In what situation is a fart not funny?
Never.
Like even if you're at a funeral for
I
your-
was literally thinking if there's a fart at a funeral, it's still funny.
Yeah, it's gonna always be funny. I still remember, like, oh, dude, this one time my friend took a fart. Like, it was when we were climbing the mountain, and he just leaked it, you know, without like telling anyone, and he kept a cool face, you know. He was just, and you know, the silent ones are the deadliest ones, right?
Oh yeah.
And my mate ran into that waft of air, and he started and it was so lethal. He started puking on the fucking mountain. And,
What?
yeah,
Is this the same guy that doesn't leave his house?
close.
You have a lot of
They're pretty
interesting friends,
similar.
Axel.
Yeah, very similar. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah, those two actually had beef once before on like debating who's the better one at Among Us. So hey, you see, like, you know, why they're so stupid,
understand,
right?
gotcha.
Like, yeah.
But like imagine going to like a funeral for like a family member or something, and your extended family are all there crying. They're like, I miss him. He left too soon. And then while the priest is like talking about, oh, I hope he goes to heaven and stuff, you just hear.
I think it would lighten the mood. I still think
Yeah,
I
it
think
would
that would
lighten
be
the
funny. What if the priest farted?
Yeah. Even better. Even
You
better
know,
at that
it's
point.
like
Did they apologize?
I know
How
the
did
thing is,
priests
like, even for a
apologize?
funeral, though, like, you don't want it to be that sad, right? Like, I'd rather have it
agree.
be,
Yeah.
like, a moment of celebrating,
Yeah.
and, like, if farting does help alleviate some of the tension and that, like, gloom that overhangs everything, and just be like, hey, you should be celebrating these moments, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, it shouldn't be this sad.
I hope someone farts at my funeral.
That's true. You're
I got
saying.
you.
Pinky promise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if it-
we'll be there.
If I'm gone next
Like-
month, like
Squires, let's like make
We'll
21
coordinate.
they line up.
We all, like, synchronize our watches as we enter the proceedings, and we, like, take our positions, like, strategically spaced out around the crowd.
It echoes the best. Which part of the church echoes the best for the funeral?
Which part has the best airway so it can bring the waft all over the room?
Like, you just go in, like, you, like, do sound test. You'd be like, all right, this place has, like, the most echoes.
The
and this
acoustics of
person-
my.
I'm gonna have the garlickiest hot pot before that fucking day. I'm gonna kill everyone in the radius, bro.
There'll
one's
be
for you,
another
Beto.
funeral
This one's for you.
to kill somebody.
So I'm guessing that what we're getting out of this is that there's no situation that a fart's not funny, right? Like even if you're getting mugged or something, like give me all your money, you're just like you know that's funny.
Yeah, if like I mean, I guess it'll be like not fun. Like if there's a different emotion overtaking me, like let's say fear, but like I don't know, because it's still like, okay, let's say there's like a roller coaster and someone like farts out of fear. I just start laughing, then I'm not scared anymore. I think it overpowers anything.
What if it's
Unless
like
I'm, like, at
serious business
gunpoint.
meeting or something? Like, hey, so the quarterly results were going down slightly. What do you think that we can do? Would you just keep on talking? Would you just ignore that?
Whatever we were talking up to that point is already gone out of my head at the time he farts. I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah,
There
I lost
he
all the
goes.
information.
Yeah, what were we talking about again? Just gonna come back to that, bro.
I mean, I'll turn it around, and like the best place for a fart to happen is a place where you can't laugh. Like in a library
That's true.
or somewhere serious, or like in a classroom. Because if you were to start laughing, it would disrupt everything. So you're holding it in. And that to me makes the game of like the fart itself even funnier. Because I can't get found out
agree.
now.
Dude,
I
that
agree.
brings me back to when I took my SATs, my standardized tests.
Oh no! Did you
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't
during
me.
the?
But
Okay.
I was taking my test, right? I was doing the English portion, and you know we're doing our essays and everything, and suddenly you just hear. But it's from the room that we did testing was in a huge like basketball court, like a gymnasium area.
Holy
And it
shit.
just like echoed all over, but like nobody could tell where it came from except for the people that were like right next to him. But they didn't snitch. They didn't say anything about it. So I still to this day don't know who farted. And I knew everybody in that room.
Maybe it'll
That's
be one of the
wild.
great mysteries that we'll never find out.
I guess so, yeah. Alrighty, I think we're gonna be wrapping up the podcast now. So thank you guys so much for watching. How do you guys feel about that first episode?
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, it's fun.
I
Yeah,
liked
it went
it.
by fast.
Now,
Yeah.
these three may not be on next week's episode. We'll see. I do want to keep the cast of this rotating. I'll be here every single week. If Axel wanted to be every week, sure, we could do that. If Beto wanted to join, sure, we can do that. If Shinri wanted to join, no, I'm joking.
Oi.